My story is a personal one, but the Heart Foundation weaves in and out throughout it. I was born in 1944. My father was a stoker with the Permanent Navy and my mother a teacher. They married while he was on leave, but I don't remember anything of my father before he died of a heart attack. However, it was not uncommon at that time to have premature death of a parent. I miss not having a dad as I grew up, and still do. And this story is for him and my mother, who has now also died, but who worked hard to bring me up as an only child. And there, the first link in my life to the work of the Heart Foundation. Its origins date from 1958, and a sandwich lunch between a prominent Sydney cardiologist and prominent businessman. They recognised the possibilities of making inroads into the heart disease epidemic by research, better treatments, and prevention. They engaged many prominent Australians, including the then Prime Minister. But it was really the community which gave birth to the Heart Foundation. This enabled offices to be established throughout Australia and research and education activities to commence. The public continues to be the major supporter of the Heart Foundation. I started medicine in 1962. I wasn't very practical, and indeed I was clumsy, but I thought I should see if I enjoyed research. It was the Heart Foundation which allowed me to dip my toes into these unknown waters when it gave me a vacation scholarship after my second year at university. I value a letter from Dr. Ralph Reeder, the medical director of the Heart Foundation and the person who as much as anyone shaped the Foundation's development. I had many important teachers. I was lucky to work in the 7th coronary care unit in the world, established at the Royal Melbourne Hospital with support from the Heart Foundation. The technologies at the time seemed to us amazing. Things have changed remarkably with the advances since that time. And that brings me to the present. After working as a cardiologist in Adelaide and Melbourne, and with research support from the Foundation, I was given the opportunity to join its staff 6 years ago in a role which is similar to that of Dr. Reeder. Despite all the gains, the challenges still resound. The major reason that Australians now live longer and with a better quality of life than 40 years ago is the inroad into processes that lead to hardening of the arteries. The Heart Foundation has contributed to these gains in many ways. Particularly, we need to help Australians who are less advantaged, who have not achieved the overall health gains of the rest of the country, because the most common form of heart disease is largely preventable. It is appropriate in linking these stories to thank the Heart Foundation for the opportunity to feel that at this stage of my career that I can contribute in some way as a small part in a large team. I think my parents would be happy and want to be part of that acknowledgement.